With Thanksgiving around the corner, I wanted to share this low-fat pumpkin orange poppy seed cake that you can bring to your family gathering that's moist, delicious, and smells incredible. And being a little lower in calories gives you more room to enjoy everything else. What I love about this option is how quick it comes together because I'm using a yellow cake mix. It's perfect for beginner bakers and people who might be a little shy in the kitchen but want to bring something amazing. I've sort of gotten really fascinated with trying cake mixes more and more and really happy how this cake turns out, and you will too. Now, I've already shared a great apple cake and an apple pumpkin cake and that you can bring those too, but I wanted to let you know about this alternative option since so many people worry about the food that's available. Now, I've personally changed a lot of my eating habits this past year and I've lost a bit of weight and I've kept it off, so I understand the concern. This is just an option for you. However, just remember, one day doesn't break all the good habits you're building, and it's always okay to celebrate with family. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's start by using this Dolly Parton Duncan Hines yellow cake mix. Now, I'm only giving a shout out to this country music legend because this box is 18 ounces, which is a rare find these days. I did a deep dive into cake mixes that will be posted soon, so check for the link in the description. Our cake mix boxes are shrinking. Anyway, any yellow cake mix will do, just use your favorite, and if you can top it off to 18 ounces, do that. Next, add 300 grams or 1¼ cups of pumpkin puree. Pumpkin is a great substitute for oil, kind of like how applesauce is often used for low-fat items. Pumpkin puree is the same way. By the way, this isn't the entire can, so just make sure to properly store the leftover pumpkin in the fridge. Never leave things in the can. You can get botulism, and nobody wants botulism. Then add 160 milliliters of orange juice. This provides the liquid and sweetness. Then slowly add the eggs one at a time using a stand mixer or hand mixer on low for about 1 minute. Once everything is combined, you want to mix on medium speed for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now this is an important step because we are using a cake mix. The air needs to be incorporated. The good thing is you can't really overmix a boxed cake and they are super forgiving. Once done, you can add the 35 grams or 1/4 cup of poppy seeds. I'm choosing to do this by hand because I don't want the little seeds all over my whisk, but use the machine or hand mixer if you've got it. Then, and this is totally optional, I'm just gonna add a little orange zest. It's just a personal choice, but I love adding zest to cakes when I can. Now that the batter is ready, I'm prepping the bundt pan and generously spraying it with baker's spray. I may have gotten a little carried away, but I always feel that it's better to be safe than sorry. And I'm using an ice cream scooper again to get this batter in. I find it a little easier to scoop and drop in than to pour, but take your time. Once that's done, I'm going to smooth it out a bit and just clean up the edges so that there's no little bits of batter around the pan. Then into the oven it goes for 35 to 40 minutes. I like to just make sure it's baking nicely, and so I'll test it with a skewer or toothpick at the 35 to 40 minute mark. If it comes out clean or with minimal crumbs, we're good to go, but you never want wet batter. If there's a little bit wet batter, pop it in for another 5 minutes. Now, when you take it out, let it rest for 15 minutes before you pop it out of the bundt pan. And then pop it onto a wire rack and let it completely cool for about 30 minutes. Once you're done, you can top it off with a simple orange glaze. To make the glaze, just add 180 grams of sifted powdered sugar with 3 to 4 tablespoons of orange juice. Sifting the powdered sugar just makes sure that it is smooth. Depending on how runny you want the icing, you can use 3 tablespoons of orange juice for something thicker, but I tend to like runnier icing. That's easier to apply to the cake, so I ended up using 4, almost 5 tablespoons. And again, this is totally optional, but you can top it off with orange zest. And just a tip, if you set it up like I did, you can catch all the extra icing and pour it back on. And that's it. It's not too sweet, and the icing is perfect. It's light, fluffy, and the poppy seeds give it a nice texture. It's lower in fat and incredibly easy and perfect for Thanksgiving. Serve it with some ice cream or frozen yogurt, or have a small slice of pumpkin pie on the same plate. I'm not telling anyone. Hope you have a wonderful time with family and friends. I'll see you in the next one.